My name is Jodi, and I want to share with you my experience at Agape with the Bible study, Surrendering the Secret. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I came to Agape. The church that I go to has had conferences over the years, and Agape sometimes has a booth there, and I was always drawn to their table. I always thought their mission was very noble, helping women in situations where they felt like they had nowhere else to go, and wrapping that all in the love of Christ, I always thought was such an amazing mission. For about the last 3 years, I felt like God was leading me somewhere to serve in some way, in some capacity, but I just didn't know for sure what. And so one of the times when they were at my church, I thought, well, maybe it's Agape. Maybe that's where he wants me to be. And when the team member looked at my application, she said, I see here that you've indicated that you've had an abortion. Have you ever had post-abortive counseling before or done a Bible study before? And in my head, I'm saying, no, I've never done any counseling before. It was 27 years ago. I don't need counseling. I'm over it and have put it behind me. And I've asked God for forgiveness, and I try not to think about it. And while I was thinking that in my head, out of my mouth came, no, I haven't. And she said, well, in order to volunteer here at Agape, we ask you to do a post-abortive Bible study called Surrendering the Secret, Healing the Heartbreak of Abortion. And in my head again, I'm saying, no way, I don't need to do this. I was upset. I thought God had slammed the door. Then clearly this isn't where I was supposed to be. But out of my mouth came, sure, I can do that. And she said, well, we can do it together. She said, normally we do it in a group, but I don't have a group right now, so we can do it together, and you can do your training as well. And by the time we're done with the study, you'll be good to go. So she hurried off and got me the book and some training materials and handed them to me. And she said, how about Saturday at 10? And I said, sure. So I took it home, and I was very grateful for my quiet house, because normally it's not quiet at my house. And I opened up the study and started looking at it. And on the bottom of the very first chapter, first page, was an opening prayer. And it says, Dear God, thank you for your supernatural ways and for leading me to this group. I know that you have another great work to do in me. You have known and cared for me since before I was born. I am thankful that I don't have to continue to carry this burden alone, because you have promised to take this journey with me. I know, Lord, that there are many women that are suffering just as I am with this secret. Help me, Lord, to know how you can use this in my life. And I knew right then I was exactly where God wanted me to be. This study is hard, and some women may not be ready for it. But if you can stick with it and hang in there, He will show you that He will lead you through the darkest, deepest valleys, just to show you that He can lead you up onto the highest mountains. He will take you to the darkest corners of this prison, of this secret that you've been carrying, and He will shine the brightest light of freedom on you. He will ask you to take your shame and your guilt and your embarrassment and nail them to the cross, and He will show you the precious blood of Jesus will run all over them. I thought God was leading me to Agape so that I could serve others, and that will still happen. But ultimately, God brought me to Agape to heal my broken heart. He showed me, He allowed me to grieve for my baby for the very first time. I can't thank Agape enough for helping me through this study.